Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays because it's so simple. There's no complex theology like Easter. It hasn't been commercialized like Christmas. There's no political one-upsmanship like Veterans Day. It doesn't celebrate any fallible people like President's Day. It doesn't have a name. Some of us changed and others of us haven't, like the one I can't say. You know which one I mean. It's in October. Thanksgiving is just Thanksgiving. It's a day to give thanks. I know that it's often tied to a problematic history, but that history wasn't originally aligned with this holiday at all. That came later. The first time Americans put aside a day of Thanksgiving was in 1789. Who can tell me who the president was? Thank you. George Washington was the first to declare a day of Thanksgiving for the whole nation. And he did it because something very important happened in 1787, and he thought it would be good to recognize that accomplishment. Who can tell me what happened in 1787? What happened in 1787 in this country? We're going to have more history-based sermons, that's all I'm saying. The Constitution of the United States was written in 1787, and George Washington thought we should all stop and be grateful for that. The president usually gives credit. The president we usually give credit to for Thanksgiving is not actually George Washington, though. It's Abraham Lincoln. Our country was at war. War is always very ugly. It's even uglier when you're fighting your own people. And after a battle the United States won at Gettysburg, Lincoln thought we all needed a break and called for a national holiday for rest and Thanksgiving. He declared it an annual holiday. He declared it for the last Thursday. FDR actually changed it to the fourth Thursday, hoping to extend the Christmas shopping season just a little bit. So Abraham Lincoln often gets credit, but it's actually a woman who started. She was named Sarah Josepha Hale, and she relentlessly campaigned for Thanksgiving Day. She thought it was necessary for a country to just pause every year. She did a lot of great things. She was a single mother long before that term was coined. She wrote anti-slavery books. She raised money for important causes of her day. She wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb. And so that we remember the impact of our own faith, she was Unitarian. So in fact, not only was she Unitarian and a Unitarian was central, I learned that from the Washington Post. They did a whole thing on her. So that was the year 1863. Who can tell me how many years we've been celebrating Thanksgiving as a country? My son right now is like, I can't believe she's asking us to do math right now. 1863, how many years? Can anyone tell me? I used a calculator. So, anyone want to count it? 159. We like to think that everyone gathers around a table with a lot of family, but there are really a lot of ways to celebrate Thanksgiving. Some people have very large families and they cook for days and eat for hours. Some people have small families. Sometimes the people that we love are far away and we can't see them for all kinds of reasons. And sometimes we're closer to people who aren't family, or there are really people like friends or people in our church we would rather celebrate with. Some people don't like to cook, and some people really like to eat out. Some people eat turkey, and some people are vegetarian. Some people spend the day at the parade, and they don't really think much about the food. Some people spend the day watching football. There are lots of ways to celebrate. And it doesn't really matter what we do or who we do it with. The point is that we pause every year to remember to be grateful. We're grateful that we have enough food to eat. We're grateful we have people who love us. It's very, very simple, and that's what makes it one of my favorite days.